Monica, we go back a long time, don't we? Yes, I remember your dad, of course, when he was lieutenant governor, and you grew up at Indiantown Gap in the lieutenant governor's home. Yes. So tell me about your business and how did it come to get the name Suri Farm?
Well, my husband Dennis and I live, obviously, in Bethel Township, and we went to see the alpacas, and we learned that there were two types of alpacas, the Wakaya and the Suri, S-U-R-I. And we chose to breed only the Suri because of this luxurious fiber that you're feeling on tie right now. The Suri has a twisted lock. You can see coming down. It's almost like a dreadlock that twists down. The Wakaya is an equally good fiber, but it's a crimped fiber, more like a sheep's wool. So that's the difference. And we chose the Suri, and because we live in Lebanon County and things are kind of simple there, I said, a Suri farm, that's what we're starting.
That's right, okay. So how many animals do you have on your farm?
We have almost 50 now. So we're trying to stay at around 30, I would say, at the most. We have some breeding females and we have some males, actually, that I've been able to find, not you, you're staying, but some males that we've been able to find homes for while we're here at the farm show. But one like Titus is going to be a breeding herd sire quality animal. The little guy standing behind me is Hank the Tank. I don't know if he'll come around and get on camera or not. Well, there he is. And Hanky, if you get him up underneath his chin, there you go. He'll be good. Ty, we'll let you go. This little guy was injured during Tropical Storm Lee. Remember we had all of that water damage? Yeah, and our Mount Zion Road washed out. He was just a little baby, and his mom accidentally stepped on him and broke right through the bones both bones on his front leg. Yeah, so it was really sad.
Okay, so what do you do with the wool? You sell the wool, do you, from you?
Yes, ma'am. We get the fiber processed. I'm wearing alpaca. You're welcome to feel it. It's the second most valuable fiber in the world, second only to the vicuña, which you would have seen in Peru. They're in the mountains. They're a relative of the alpaca. But we have our alpaca fiber processed and try and sell some of the skeins of yarn, but our farm is predominantly a seed stock farm for breeding purposes. Dennis and I are very fortunate this year. We have two young men that am I allowed to give a shout out? They're from your district, Elko. We have Jonathan and Sebastian. Sebastian Althouse and Jonathan Miranda, who are both high school students at Elko, are now doing an apprenticeship on our farm. And they come after school Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays, and they're doing a phenomenal job learning how to work with the animals and raise them. They even helped me deliver some babies this summer. So
great. That's wonderful.
It helps the local community. You know, we go down to K&K Feed and buy our feed there, and we have local fencing contractors and stuff. So we like supporting all the small local businesses.
Wonderful. Now, I know you're on Mount Zion Road in Bethel Township. Can you tell me exactly where? Can you give us more direction?
Sure. I am at the corner of Mount Zion and Short Road. We're 1 mile, actually 1.1 miles, north of the Mount Zion Fire Hall on Mount Zion Road.
All right. I know exactly where that is.
Right, where the hard turn is on the road. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So how did you get interested in this?
Did you see their faces? They're magnificent little animals. Dennis and I are both animal people, and we've got some dogs and cats, and then we had that property, and it was zoned agricultural residential, and so we wanted to get into the agriculture business. And 10 years ago, we found alpacas, and we thought that could be a really profitable business on small acreage, and it is. And we love it. They're easy to maintain. They're just, I don't know, I'm not quite sure how to describe how calming they are. And you know, the days, I'll be right back, let me grab it. You know how the days go when we're up at the Capitol and things are really crazy and you're wondering why people are voting the way that they're voting and people are making the decisions that they're making. You come home and look at this face. I mean, how could that not calm you down, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, it's a huggable investment is what some people called it at one point, but truly they're warm. They're 5 times warmer than sheep's wool, and they're just delightful livestock to have.
Yeah. Well, as I told you, I was fortunate enough to go to Peru, and we were on top of Machu Picchu. Now, they're not the alpacas up there. You said there's something else, a vacuna or something like that?
Well, there are some alpacas up there, but around Machu Picchu you see a lot of vicuña. Alpaca are part of the South American camel family. There are 4 members. The llama is the largest, then the guanaco, then the alpaca, and then the vicuña is the smallest of them. And the Quechuan Indians, who were up in the high Andes, were the ones who rescued the alpaca during the time of the conquistadors coming, and they pushed them all up into the mountains, and so they saved the alpaca for us.
Good. Oh. Now, do they spit like the llamas and the camels?
They are camels. You know, they truly are camels. And actually, interesting quick history lesson for you. The oldest fossils of camels that we've got are from the area of what is now Nebraska in the United States. During the we have Ice Age fossils of camels. We realized that they migrated south. Some of them split off and became the South American camels that went into Peru. Some of them migrated north up California coast and across the Bering Sea and became the back trains and dromedaries. So my little alpacas in Myerstown have the identical, internal structure of a back train or a dromedary camel. Isn't that neat?
That is neat. That is neat. That is neat, yeah. That is great. Yeah. And of course, you have names for every one of your...
We do. Every animal on our farm is registered and microchipped. We take a blood sample and send it off to the alpaca registry. They're all pedigreed. I try to name them after Peruvian characters because I thought it'd be something cool to do. Shout out to my Lebanon Valley College education. I'm naming alpacas after Shakespearean characters. Oh, good. Dad would be so proud, but that's another interesting fact. My father was so excited when we started the alpaca farm because it just meant a lot to him. You know, when he was lieutenant governor and he would come to the farm show, you could see a twinkle in his eye like, man, I wish I would have had the chance to do this or raise the kids around more animals. And so when I said to him, Dad, I'm going to start an alpaca farm, he was, what's an alpaca? And he was very excited. And he'd wear his alpaca sweaters and tell everybody. And I'm thinking, gosh, I've accomplished so much in my life, but his most proud accomplishment of mine was that I started a farm. So.
That's wonderful, yeah. Well, of course, I bought sweaters when I was in Peru. They're wonderful, wonderful. So soft and warm and beautiful.
Yeah. 5 times warmer than sheep's wool. So it's. I think sometimes people just get confused by it because they're thinking, how can this little animal pack such a punch? But it's a camel hair, so it's real durable. It's very insulative, and it's also hypoallergenic. Sheep's wool has lanolin in it, alpaca fiber doesn't, and so it's a very comfortable product for people to wear who might have some allergies and things.
Oh, wow, that's great. And how many acres is your farm?
10. Yeah, so on small acreage, you can get 6 to 10 of these on 1 acre of land. And what's neat, too, is they have, of course, I don't know if I want to tell everybody this because they'll be coming to me for alpaca beans. When they go to the bathroom, it's like coffee bean size almost. And it's the most nutrient-rich fertilizer you'd ever want to get. My brothers would fight me to get the alpaca beans for their tomato gardens because truly, and what's nice is it's low in pH and all of the bad things, and you can rototill it right into your vegetable garden and you'll have tomato bumper crops.
Well, I'll have to see if you have an excess bag or two. Maybe I'll give you a call.
No, we got people calling all the time and they'll say, do you have a muck bucket full? And we're like, okay, we need more alpaca beans. But I'm delighted that I got the chance to do this.
I am too. Can you think of anything else you'd like to tell us?
No, just that it's wonderful, and if anybody ever wants to come and see the farm, just please give us a holler. Look us up on the web. We have a website. If they want to learn more about alpacas, we are doing a seminar on 26th of January at the Kimmerling's Grange. They need to call ahead to register. But we're doing a seminar to just go over the basics of alpacas, to show them if they might want to start a farm themselves.
Gosh, we have some land. Lenny was thinking of goats. Maybe I'll talk to him about alpacas.
Much easier and fun.
And they don't eat tin cans.
No, and they hum. They go, that's a little sound they make, so they're very quiet.
Well, thank you, Monica. This has been a lot of fun.
It's been a delight.